Holy smokes, everyone. Guess what? It is T minus, 8 hours before 2021. So, we are going to do a year in review. How was my 2020? Let me share with you. I hope each and every single one of you got a chance to have a fantastic 2020. I know COVID was super strange, fascinating, and also really fucked up. One of my best friends got COVID recently, literally New Year's Eve. He told me yesterday, and I'm super choked about that. So we've been isolating. We're still able to go outside. I'm using the new camera, which is faced here. Last year, I used this webcam, which is this bad boy right here. And compared to the ZV-1 that I bought, it's totally worth. And I'm also using the new Yeti Pro. Did I buy it? No, I didn't. Do you know why? Because I'm just borrowing it. So, if I like it, I'll probably buy it because I still have this blue mic. But the biggest difference is I can't really angle it, whereas this has the tripod to move it up and down. And I really like them both. Then, if I wanted to do podcasts, I'll have enough mics for everyone. You never know. So, let's get started with my year. Before COVID even started, this would have been January, February, March, middle of March, and I wanted to pull up my YouTube. I'll show some photos and stuff too, but the more I look at it, let's see, I started off the year going to, Canmore, and I'm going to do the same thing
again. Alright, my
aunt
drove me to the...
Maybe I'll move my picture here, since all the video stuff. Alright, I'll just move it right here. So, yeah, I got a chance to win a trip with all my Cutco people. That's Mitch. We ended up renting out a pseudo mansion, and we got a chance to go snowboarding and hot tubbing. And it was such an incredible start to the year with the road trip and so on and so forth. I love snowboarding, so every single year, I haven't missed this trip. Oh my gosh. Before I quit Cutco in 2012, I pretty much went snowboarding every single year with the company. And then when I decided to go back to the knife life, and real life was a little bit hard because I didn't want to do corporate 9 to 5, I hit every single ski trip. So I don't pay for it. I hit it for free, which is pretty banging. And yeah, I started off my year on the mountains. So tomorrow I'm going to go hang out with 5 of my other friends. We rented up a cabin or a house in the mountains, and we're just going to have a retreat because since the isolation, we didn't really get a chance to go out, but I wanted to start off the new year with a bang. So, Canmore was literally first week of my New Year's. And then, let's see what else happened. Then, oh my gosh, right after I went to the mountains, I went straight to Vegas. And Vegas was super fun because I finally got a chance to go to the Red Rock Casino or Resort. And the reason why I went to Vegas was it was for a Cutco conference. And let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it was for a Cutco conference. And that was pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. A lot of learning. And I got a chance to visit the CES. What else happened? So I hired a mentor for 2020. And we've been discussing, we as in the company and myself have been discussing, oh man, I need to get a mentor. If I want to sell more Cutco, I gotta hire somebody. So a percentage of my commissions for the entire year goes to this beautiful human being called Vonnie Fast right here on the right hand side. And she's my mentor. And she helped me increase my sales almost 90%. Think about it. During COVID from January until now, 90% revenue gained, gross revenue gained. So that essentially almost doubled my entire income from last year to this year, which I think is crazy, especially during pandemic. But but I wouldn't have known about COVID and sales of knives. Because when you think about it, people are actually at home eating and cooking, especially when they're locked down. So that definitely had a huge tribute to my sales this year. And I got a chance to do it all here in my room, which is why I got the new camera, or at least it forced me to get a new camera. And then, yeah, just doing stuff at home. And what was so great about it was the fact that instead of driving to appointment to appointment to appointment, doing 3 or 4 appointments in a day, I literally just click a button and I can do 6 or 7 Zoom appointments in a day. Now the negative thing is like I'm stuck here in my room all day, every day, sit down, and I just grind it out. But I think, in my opinion, you needed to grind income, especially when you're in sales for 2020. So that was literally week 2. That was January the 11th when I went to Vegas. Got a chance to hang out, explore, and then let's see what else happened after that. I'm gonna close that player. We did some boys' night out with Wong, which was super fun. I did my year-end banquet. And with the year-end banquet, oh yeah, we did a ton of coffee stuff too. Let's see what else happened. Year-end banquet. It was just dressing up nice, winning awards. Me and Mitch were just talking. My mentor Vani won #1 last year as well. A lot of my friends got promoted. So that was a really cool thing to capture. Next. Things I actually want to talk about. Oh yeah. Joseph and I started doing open mics together, and we kind of stopped obviously because of COVID and all the bars were shut down, but I was really proud of us making this song. Yeah, I want to do more open mics. That was a ton of fun. Lambo doors with the ooh-up drop. If you're busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's all you thought. That's why I don't sing, because I can't sing, but Joseph is pretty darn tootin'. So at that point, I'll actually show you my vision board or my goals board right after. We really wanted to do more open mics. It was really important to me, and the reason why it was important to me, because I always talked about wanting to play more music as a kid. And the biggest excuse was, oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. But eventually you start making like adult money and you keep having this like kid mindset saying, oh, I can't afford it. And then you realize, oh my gosh, I actually want to like pursue this passion. I want to do it. I have to do it. And that was like the light switch for me, which is why I was able to buy a new computer and get more like the audio interface and just start trying more new things. So that was a big part of my vision board. A couple of my favorite ones here would be, well, hanging out with Kwong was super fun, and this one was just us having a boys' night out, and we're just dicking around, and just, this is pre-COVID, right? So we're all just chilling, hanging out, drinking beers, nothing to it. What else? We're what, season 6 right now? Meaning I've been vlogging for 6 years. I think that's the craziest thing. 6 years of vlogging, hey? So, next thing, I got a chance to surprise my little girl, Tylo. Not my child. I don't know if you haven't noticed, she's white. But that doesn't mean I can't adopt her in my life. So, Tylo was a patient that had cancer, and because I work with the Front Row Foundation, I got a chance to grant her a sweet wish, and we got her this fantastic, let's see if I can find it, we bought her this beautiful mural of Tylo and Rapunzel, and it was just this awesome portrait, and I got a chance to spend time with the family, and I love that family. It was so much fun, and I can't believe I got a chance to, grant a wish like that, the princess party. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the princess party, I think it was in my old episodes, which is right here, season 5, episode 64, and I got a chance to grant her a full wish. Then I love my mom. Do you know why I love my mom? My mom was trying to learn body rolls, and I laughed so fucking hard because I was sitting in the kitchen, and I'm just like minding my own business. And my mom's trying to do these look at that body roll. What the? She's using her entire torso and body and like leading with her chin. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Anyways, I posted that random 7-second video for shits and giggles. See, when did COVID finally start? Not yet, because here you can see I'm still doing some open mics. I'll tell you exactly when it started. More hanging out with Kwong, super fun. Another work week, so I'm just grinding, trying to have my best year ever. We did some open mics at the university, or McEwen University. Got to hang out with my two nieces. So I would say the beginning of the year was pretty normal, like very practical, hanging out with people, going out, shooting the shit, having a great time. Obviously doing some worky work. Like here, like, look at this. I got a chance to do the thing called working out because the gyms were actually open. That's my buddy Alexis. And, oh, look at this. Wow, must be nice. February 29th, pre-COVID still. Look at that. Look at this bottle share where we can actually share food and drink beers together. Oh, how fun. Then we just did a whole bunch of different shit. Now, okay, so this is important. I got a chance to meet one of my idols, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that was the coolest thing of all time. And oh my gosh. That was sick. I was literally in the front row. Why? Because I'm in the Front Row Foundation. And I would be doing myself a disservice if I wasn't even in the front row. And being able to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger speak was incredible. At the same time, I even got a photo with him. So that was worth. Like, I met my idol. I got a photo right in front of me with the late Stan Lee. Oh, look how young I was. Look at this. So, to be able to meet Stan Lee, one of my idols, to meet Arnold, one of my idols, I kind of realized, like, these are things that I actually want to do. I just want to, like, shoot the shit with my friends. And at the same time, if there is, like, a goal or a person that I want to meet, I'm going to go meet them. Because at the end of the day, most goals and dreams are just monetary, right? And if you can save money or you can find another way to add additional income, then you can do whatever you want. Whether it's traveling, you're going to have to work harder for it, for the finances. But if it's meeting someone that you really love or going to a concert that you really want to go to, it's just money, right? Now, if you want to do a meet and greet, well, you better love them enough so you can dish out some cash for that experience. But that's my experience, not your experience. And I think that's the most important thing, is being able to, like, have your own perspective with your goals and dreams, whether it's meeting someone or going to a trip or, yeah, having fun at a concert. Now, once I got a chance to meet Arnold, shit went down. COVID started to happen, and that was on the 19th, because Eddie's birthday was just before it. Oh, right here it says pre-COVID. Oh my goodness, I even cleaned my room. Like, my room back in the day was so inefficiently placed, and oh yeah, man, every fucking year my car gets shit on, so I always have to, like, fix it. But let's see if I can find a clip of my room. Is there a clip of my room? I don't even know. It's just me working out and doing presentations in real life. Ooh, look. Oh, Eric came over and he was teaching me how to DJ. And oh, here we go. So my mom was helping me fold my clothes because she loves me, and I love her when she does that stuff. So I moved my bed against this wall lengthwise, and it's a queen size bed, and then separated by the TV that I eventually put here, and then I have my entire setup because I finally got my second computer for all the music recording. Worth it. This vibe in this room is absolutely incredible. I absolutely love this room, which is why I stay here pretty much all the time. I had the dream of buying a big ass house, which will happen eventually, and I'll vlog that maybe in season 8, season 9. Is that foreshadowing? Is that one of my goals? Probably, most definitely. So, but in the meantime, before COVID happened, I would have loved to have my own place and my own space and, like, adult a little bit harder. But because COVID happened, I got a chance to hang out with my mom and my dad, and honestly, I was never lonely during COVID. Like, I had shit to do, and it was so crazy because I focused more on work because I was like, oh no, like finances. But what I didn't know was such a beautiful relationship started to bloom with my mom and dad, because my dad is a tour guide and my mom's a travel agent, but my dad's always gone. And pretty much when my dad came back because of COVID and he can't travel and take people on tours, he started doing dad things like building the deck or power washing the deck, and he built a gazebo and he built a shed and he started building all these shelves in the garage. And that was the thing that like really sparked my relationship with my mom and dad. Was my dad just was at home, and I have an adult relationship with my parents versus being a kid living at home with my parents. Being an adult living at home with your parents is a little bit different because I actually can contribute to the family now. And eventually I'll move out and be an adult and all that crazy shit. But in the meantime, yeah, man, I love my mom and dad. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So, yeah, I cleaned up my environment, and this is, March the 11th. So this is pre-COVID, like 1 week before. I just needed to like cleanse my room. Like I decluttered, I cleansed, I cleaned it up. I just didn't want to live in, not filth, but definitely like upgrade my environment. All right, then pre-COVID happened, and guess what? It was Eddie's birthday.
Well, hello there.
Well,
Today
hello there.
We're here.
We did a front row meeting, which I actually have like at the beginning of next week, January the 7th, meaning life is gonna start popping again. So Eddie's birthday happened. We ordered Vin Sushi, is our buddy Vin, and he's a fantastic chef. And every time we do an event with Vin, it's super delicious, and I love it. And see, Vin can feed people at that time. What a beautiful thing. And all we did was eat really good. And this was in March. We had some ice cream sliders. Hang out with Eddie. I think we were... That's the thing. I just hung out with Eddie so much. Lydia and myself at Sam and Roland's place for the Brew and Bloom opening concept, or food concept. So that was really neat. Oh my goodness. And then COVID happens. Dun dun dun. At this point...
Okay, so hello everyone. Since we're in self-quarantine mode, we are now doing our meeting online, which me and Vonnie have always been doing, but she lives 3 hours away.
It's true. At this point, yeah, everything swapped online, and I'm just having weekly meetings and being held accountable for my actions when it comes to the business side. The thing about sales is if you don't... thing about sales is this. You have a choice to be employed or unemployed every fucking day. If you choose to work, you will be employed. If you don't want to work, then you're unemployed. And I think a lot of people find sales, especially 100% commission sales, scary because you need to have like that intrinsic motivation to actually want to do stuff. And especially during COVID, when shit hit the fan, like you actually need to like do things. Because if you don't, like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna milk my mom and dad because I get to live at home, meaning I don't have to pay substantial bills. But what if I actually purchased a house and I have to pay my mortgage and I don't have motivation? Oh my god, I'm gonna get foreclosed and all these negative things, right? So that sense of urgency is really important, and some people get anxiety when it comes to doing sales because their actions is based off their financial abundance or lack thereof if you don't do anything. If you have the knack for sales, putting yourself in a very particular situation like being financially fucked if you don't sell anything is a really bad thing. Again, I'm super fortunate that I have mom and dad, but if I wanted to move out, buy a place, I can also do that too. So why would I do that when I don't have whether a girlfriend or a future wife or a potential or partner? Because at this point, then I'm just buying a house for the sake of buying a house, and I'm not. What am I doing? Trying to impress you? I don't fucking care about that. Like, I'd rather save a shit ton of money and then buy something in terms of delayed gratification. Buy something like bigger, better later on. So, yeah, quarantine was all right. Like, some businesses were still open and it wasn't super hardcore, so I was still able to get a haircut, for example. and be a handsome boy during quarantine. Lots of meetings with Will, Curl, coffee stuff. Like here you can see one of my favorite places, aka Popeyes. You can't even sit in. Like everything was takeout. So a lot of the fast food chain, I would say, thrived during COVID, but when it comes to like all the small business stuff, they kind of got fucked over, which kind of sucked. Here I did like an Instagram live with Wong. I think I was trying to clean the gutter there. That's so funny. Now, at this point, I was pretty not bored, but since everything was shut down, I could only do like home workouts or like skateboard in my room. So I bought a brand new skateboard. I'll show you that video after. I did a home workout. Honestly, guys, I have no idea what I was doing here. I needed to put a vlog up, and here you can see my skateboard. And at this point, there was still snow outside, so I couldn't really do anything. So there was snow outside, and I didn't want to go jogging because at that point I haven't discovered jogging yet because I didn't have shoes. So all these home workout things I could do was just for maintenance, right? Maintaining. And I actually got new bed sheets and everything else later on in the future. So home workouts was super fun. Let's see. Skateboarding. Oh my goodness. Skateboarding was so much fun. Learning the tray flips was one of my dream tricks that I really wanted to do. Land it, baby. Land it. I did it. Switch flip. I messed that one up. That's pretty much it. Just really worked on my hobbies. Being able to play guitar, play drums, skateboard in my room. That's why I feel like I'm okay with COVID, because I keep saying actually, so I'm going to stop saying actually now. Starting now. Because I have many hobbies, I was never bored. I would be able to swap over from skateboarding to guitar to drums to playing video games to reading a ton of manga or watching anime. So I'm very grateful for having all these hobbies. What else happened? My dad's birthday. So we celebrated my dad's birthday, low-key chill. At this point, our garage, delete the energy vampires in your life. That was when we had a meeting with all of our career sales professional in Cutco, and there was a talk, and Angie, our national sales manager, was like, you got to delete the energy vampires in your life. And this is during all the negative news about COVID and all the financial, like, oh my gosh, all the craziness that was happening with money and blah 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 blah. So I deleted the energy vampires in my life, and instead you can see all this brick of of yellow. I started to do an audiobook of my book. I offered my book for free, which is still free. Why? Because I promised each and every single people out there in the internet universe that if COVID continues to persist, my book will be for free. And it will still be for free because COVID still exists. Until the vaccine happens, then give me your money. If not, then just shoot me an email and you'll get my book for free. No questions asked. So I had this fun little project this past week during this time frame. I think it took me 3 days to do it. But I decided to read the book. And it was so funny because I would have to find a new place to read. Like, this was in the living room in the preface. I went to Eddie and Connie's for chapter 1. In the kitchen living room. In my bedroom. That was in the guest bedroom. I read the book in the car. Like, I just wanted to find a new change of scenery, so I thought that was really funny. I read the book in my room again. I read this in the this was in my mom and dad's room. I read in the garage. I read in Eddie and Connie's undeveloped basement because the chapter was called The Unglamorous Grind, and then chapter 12 again was in my room. So 8 months ago, apparently, we had to do backyard haircuts because at that point, everything was shut down. But we were able to have cohorts, like friendship still. Yeah, my hair got butchered a little bit. Like, Will's sister Winnie cut my hair, and she did the sides and the fade, but she didn't cut the top off. So I had this weird, like, short but really uneven top, and then Connie helped chop the top off after. Layla's birthday happened, and my dad, look at this. My dad's so crazy. He built this. He built, like, it's not attached to the house, but he added this add-on shed, overall covering, awning, whatever you want to call it, to our deck. And the craziest thing is, now we've never used that deck. This house has been up and running for like maybe 10 years now, and we've never used this backyard deck. But then my dad decided to add this covering, and we use it almost every summer now, or every day during the summertime when he was making it. And he's so crazy. He's just like straight like Chinese, and he's just holding on to dear life, hammering like the roof, which I think is so funny. Like, look at that guy. That is, I don't know, a 15-foot fall. If my dad ate shit, I'm pretty sure he'd be fucked. But I'm gonna pause this real quick. That relationship with my mom and dad is what makes COVID so special for me. If it wasn't for COVID, I don't think I'd be able to have such a strong relationship with my mom and dad. And the reason why is my dad would have been gone. He would have been traveling, doing his own thing. I would have been gone, selling knives, traveling, and doing all this other, like, fun, independent things that, I don't know, like, what I should be doing. So, that happened. Then I learned about this thing called running. I don't know if you heard about it before, but it's walking, but with more effort, and it's terrible. I do not suggest it. Running is hard. I started running, and that was super challenging. But what else are you going to do? All the gyms were closed at that point, so that's it. I just started running. And what's so crazy now is I still run to this day. And I have a Nike app, and I wonder if I can show it to you on camera. You're going to have to look at the little tiny screen on my screen, but are y'all ready for this? I didn't go running today. I went for a walk, though. But look at this. December, actually, let's do all of it. So this year, in 2020, I did 138.4 kilometers. You're going to have to convert that into miles. And I did 56 runs. Boom. Statistics, baby. We did a spit roast at Will's backyard. At that point, again, we can still have family members come over. This was a really cool gig. My good friend Cam Casco, who's a DJ, bass player in a band as well, he invited me to the studio, and I got a chance to kind of riff on a song that he made. I think I was just noodling. I don't even know what I was playing there. I feel like I've gotten better, though, because I finally got a chance to play more guitar. Good old Yorkton, Saskatchewan. So that's our summer sales conference numero uno. And I won that trip. And we got a chance to go partying, boating, whatever you want to call it.
And good morning. It is...
good morning. So it was a grind. It literally was like an 8-hour trek. We Airbnb'd this whole house, so that way it's our cohort. And we just partied. AKA, we just talked and we just hung out like friends should be doing. And we went golfing. And by the way, I still hate golfing. I think it's absolutely atrocious. I don't like doing it. Please don't ever go golfing with me. Please don't ever invite me to go golfing. I've tried it multiple times. It's not my thing. Let's do, like, look at this. Look at this. Look how trash I am. You ready? Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so bad. I'm so bad at golf. No golf, please. Oh yeah. After that, went to the beach. Got a chance to get away. Man, this boat thing was the biggest challenge. Like, it was nuts because Mitch and I had such a hard time, like, unloading the boat. Or finding, like, the dock to unload the boat. So when we finally found the dock, unloading the boat was actually really easy, but it was nighttime. Oh, did I even record anything for nighttime? Oh, yeah. Here. Let me show you. I backed up his vehicle so far back that the water started to seep into the rear passenger seat. Or not the seat, but the floor. And I got everything in the floor soaking wet. Oh my gosh. Owning a boat is such a pain in the ass. We rented this boat. But the thing about this too, I wasn't there, but apparently the rudder got fucked up because it hit a rock because it was too shallow. So Mitch had to pay like $1,400 extra to get that fixed for that person. That was not a good night, but it was a fabulous trip. 100% would do it again. But I would want someone who's an expert with a boat, because that was like Mitch's first time like unloading a boat, or second time. So we just weren't like super skilled. Oh yeah, right after that. So we went to Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and then right after that, Will, Curl, and myself, Winnie, we went to Waterton, Alberta, and that was a beautiful drive. It was a 6-hour drive. But the scenery was fantastic when we got a chance to go hang out. Let's see if we can find you a nice little... Oh yeah, I went to Red Rock Canyon. And again, I'm just like ripping right through these videos, but it was super fun. Like, we got this little island lake thingy to ourselves, and we just hung out. Weather was beautiful. Then I finally climbed Howling Peak for the very first time in my life. And that was super fun. Super challenging. Would totally do again. But I think this year, so 2021, we're going to try a different climb or a different mountain. So, realistically speaking, like, I started doing more unique things that I would not have done if it wasn't for COVID. I went hiking, so I started doing more nature things. I started jogging because all the gyms are closed. The only physical activity I could have done was either here, home workouts, or go outside. And since everyone was already quarantined, I didn't want to stay in because you get like very lethargic and like dopey if you don't go outside, especially if you're low on the vitamin D. Yeah, I think. And that's the thing, like, it's kind of boring, but it's a good thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with boring. That, at least that's what I keep saying to myself. It's okay to be boring. We did homemade jerky, so Dave brought his smoker to Will's place. We just did more like these small little barbecues. We did a pseudo rave. Oh yeah, the pseudo rave. I got a chance to play my first show, and let's see if I have a video of it. I don't even know. The next day. So Nick, I love him. He started to do his own little banquet hall / show. And I got a chance to open it up for him this year. I drank a coffee super late at night. Wearing my favorite t-shirt, Thrasher. I love Thrasher, by the way. Helped set up, and we just raved, and we just partied. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We rented a hall, and we had a guest list of exactly 50 people or less. And the craziest thing about this night, the cops came. So I think it was like 3 or 4 cops that came in, and they weren't party pooping, but we all had to wear our masks to like rave and stuff. That's exactly what we did. We turned down the volume just a little notch. What else? Went to Jasper for the very first time. I thought that was super cool. This was cool. I actually have a full video of us hanging out, but I got a chance to meet Morgan Saint, watch her online concert. I think that's it for today's vlog. 4 minutes left. Super.
Are open-minded and...
Well, that was it.
Oh yeah, I didn't really show me talking to Morgan Saint, but if you've never heard of Morgan Saint, please check her out. I love her. She's so good. Yeah, went to Jasper, stayed there for a night. Then we drove straight back to Will's place for Thanksgiving. We did another coffee beer collab, and we did it with Dog Island Brewing up in Slave Lake. This was really cool. We did a reveal for Jan for his wish. Jan has throat cancer, and his brother Eddie, so my friend Eddie, he nominated his brother for a front row experience. He's grandfathered in, and we're gonna take him to watch the Backstreet Boys live in Montreal. I think we go in September. Then we got a chance to do a Halloween party later on. And then here, new toy, new me. This is when I finally got this camera. I started doing all this LinkedIn added value stuff. So I called it the dream and achieve it. And I just talk about all these like, oh my God, like super cool things that I've done in my opinion. And I wanted to elaborate it on LinkedIn because I'm a big Gary Vaynerchuk fanboy. And he said that LinkedIn is one of the most underutilized social media platforms. So, what did I do? I started to make content for it and put it out there. And you get to watch it too. It's just I think the videos are like 3 or 4 minutes long, maybe 2. And I just talk a little bit about my journey in terms of like the business side. So there's like the degenerate Wilson, which is the person talking to you right now, kind of, sort of. And then there's the professional Wilson, who's pretty much this guy, but with less swearing and more like motivational shit. So there's that. And I think the last episode I'm going to post is going to be, where are we? 30, 52, 50, 53. Year in a review, 53. At the end of it all, 2020. Hold on, I'm going to make this super big. Oh, look at that. 2020. Who would have thought? Who would have thought 2020 was going to be a pandemic? Who would have thought that everyone's going to get locked in, all the restaurants are going to get shut down, gyms are closed, and you're going to have to do a ton of soul searching and self-love, self-discovery. The people that were already hurting got exposed in terms of mindset. And it just really, or in this case, it just really accelerated people's like feelings and thoughts and their desires. Man, don't sweat the small things. That's what I learned. I got gout too this year, and that was such a pain in the ass. Health. Number one thing, I think above family and wealth is your health. And as cliche and typical as that sounds, like my friends got COVID, people are dying. I got gout, which is actually not that bad. Like compared to like having your lungs like feeling like they're on fire and getting headaches and all that crazy shit. Not being able to walk sucks, but at least it's not COVID. So 2020 definitely is a year of gratitude, a year of flourishing, self-help, self-knowledge. I actually, can I share this with you? I'm pretty sure I can share this with you. So I have a Google Sheet. I'm going to move this right here. So I have a tracker, and this tracker, boom, checklist. I'm going to move it right here. I just did this just to be in a really solid mindset. So you can see here, what time did I wake up? And I really wanted to track my habits. And at this point, this is January, February, March, April, May, June. Like I literally tracked it. Like it was so crazy because during COVID, I have this thing where it's like, oh, did I land my trick? Did I do my trick switch? It's just stupid shit, right? Like it doesn't really matter. Like, did I journal? Yes or no? Like I was journaling. As you can see, the N means no, I didn't journal, but I was still journaling maybe once every week, a couple days. No. And this gave me such a good perspective on like my time, my mental health, being able to track something unimportant to make it important, to make me better. Because right now, everything I've done in 2020 is to make me a better person. It's to make me like flourish. Like who doesn't want to get better? And if you don't track it, you can't grow it. So yeah, I did a ton of this stuff, and I even updated my dreams. And I don't mind sharing this with you because these are my dreams that I love. And if you meet me in real life or over the internet, it doesn't matter. I'll always ask you about, hey, what's your dream? What's your goals? What's your aspirations? And then you got to write that shit down. I met Stanley in April 2013, and then I did all these other cool things that I want to keep tracking. And for the first time, I had my best year ever, selling over $128,000 in Cutco. Like, it doesn't matter how ridiculous your dream is, you just gotta write it down, and that's what I did. Like, there's this amazing designer. He built a hospital in Africa. His name is Michael Murphy. His design's incredible. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I want to build a village, be a Hokage, be on Forbes 40 Under 40, create Chinatown 2.0. I don't know. Our Chinatown's pretty sketchy, so I would love to redo it. Meet Gary Vee, meet Joe Rogan, meet Post Malone, meet Armin van Buren. And to me, these are very important things. Like, I want to go, go to a Rogers Cup, and I actually have some ticket information. I want to make $100,000 in stocks. And these dates is just like the date I added them in. It's not the date that I accomplished it. But I have over 193 goals right now. And some of them are progressive. Some of them are like chained. Like, once I make a $10,000, then I want to make $25,000 or own a Lambo. I'm not materialistic. I live in my basement. I don't need a Lambo. But what happens if I do own a Lambo? That'd be hilarious, right? Learn how to dance? Okay. Whatever. So, at the end of it all, I hope each and every single one of you... Let me fix this. At the end of it all, I hope each and every single one of you have a fantastic New Year's Eve. 2021 is going to be the best that's yet to come. I'm super stoked for 2021. I wouldn't say leave 2020 behind, because 2020 is going to make us much, much stronger and much more appreciative. There's some batshit crazy people out there that did not take 2020 well. And if you're able to find some strength in the negative things that have happened, and then you get to use that angst, that anxiety-inducing year, and knowing that that was the shittiest year of all time, legit, then 2021 is going to be much, much better no matter what. Even if we're still locked down until, I think our province is locked down until the 14th of January. But that's what I mean. Just take your time with shit. Life is too short for small talk and bullshit. So I'm going to be in the mountains tomorrow. I'm going to go hiking. I'm going to be one with nature. Then come back next week. So the Monday. And I'm going to fucking grind. And I'm going to make sure not only will the internet world be proud of me, but I want to be proud of myself. I can't wait to hit more goals. I can't wait for you to hit your goals. So I digress. You have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your 2020. Happy New Year. Merry post-Christmas. Late Christmas. And I'm hungry, so I'm going to go eat now. So have a beautiful day. Take care. Goodbye.